Welcome, Bhaiji. Hearty welcome.
Thank you, my dear sweet friend and divine brother. Thank you.
Welcome, Bhaiya. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti to everyone.
We don't have a, Bhaiji, you're not here physically, but in subtle, we'll try to. This is Tilak on behalf of all of us.
Wow, thank you, thank you.
Welcome, Bhaiji. Everyone can say welcome. Please feel free to.
Welcome, Bhaiya.
Welcome.
Thank you, thank you.
Shanti.
Om
Shanti,
धन्यवाद. Thank you, बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया, धन्यवाद.
Welcome,
Thank you.
welcome,
Welcome.
Bhaiji. Om Shanti.
Welcome.
Shanti.
Shanti,
Welcome,
Om Shanti, Bhaiya.
Om
Welcome.
Shanti,
Om
Om
Shanti, Om
Shanti.
Shanti.
Om
Oh, dear sweet
Om
angels,
Shanti.
thank you.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Yeah, we are so fortunate to have respected divine Swaminathan Bhaiji with us. We'll just start the session in a bit. Bhaiji, we just monitor your time so that we can have a little family.
So nice. Wonderful, wonderful,
And we
wonderful.
see our dear sister Lakshmi as well.
Yes.
Sister Lakshmi is Baba's main instrument in Michigan, and she kindly joined us. And thank you so much, Sister Lakshmi. And we also welcome dear Sister Lakshmi and all Baba's angels from Michigan and all over who have joined. Lakshmi, would you like to share?
Yes, I would. Thank you so much. As the saying goes, tell me who your friends are, and I'll tell you who you are. And when God is your friend, look at the family we have created for ourselves. And it's such a pleasure to have you, Bhaiya. And I don't think I ever met you, but maybe if I did, with wonderful memory that I have right now, it's telling me only remember Baba. So that's all I remember. But thank you so much. And thank you, Saurabh Bhai and the Indiana family for inviting the Michigan family to be with you. And once again, I know you're from South India because the way you're, I'm from South India.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'm from Hyderabad, Andhra Pradesh.
Wonderful, sister. Wonderful, wonderful.
మీకు తెలుగు అర్థం అవుతుందా అన్నయ్య?
എനിക്ക് കുറച്ച് മലയാളം അറിയാം.
Malayalam, okay. I'm purely Telugu. I'm one of the oddballs in Yagya. When I say that, it's amazing where Baba puts you for whatever reason. I don't speak a word of Hindi, but 99% of Michigan family is Hindi speaking.
Oh, beautiful.
And in spite of me, this center is flourishing.
So
and I always tell Mohini Ben, if there's any problem, it's because of Lakshmi Ben, not because of the family. But it's an amazing, amazing feeling to be with the family because they are the one who makes you grow. They are the one who challenge you the most. And to me, Saurabh Bhai challenged me quite a bit. And he still does that, not in a very negative way. He challenges me to be better than what I was a few minutes ago. And because of him, I got to meet you. Thank you, Bhaiya. Thank you, Saurabh Bhai. Om Shanti. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Sir, bhai, you have to unmute yourself.
Oh, sorry.
Sir, bhai, you have to unmute.
Sorry, yeah. Well, thank you so much, Sister Lakshmi and all the angels. We just heard this morning how this beautiful family of this divine family created by God, united in God's love. And that's the feeling that we are having today. So thank you. Would any one of you like to share a few words and then we can start the session? We can just all say Om Shanti again. And then we can start the session.
Om Shanti.
Om
Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Om
Om
Shanti.
Shanti.
Om Shanti. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti, a very warm welcome to all the angels who have joined us from all over. We're in for a very special treat today. We have dear Brother Swaminathan join us all the way from India. It's very late for him in the night, but we really appreciate he has taken time out for us today. Brother Swaminathan is an international motivational speaker, an HR trainer, a counselor, consultant, and television personality from India who combines the depths of spiritual wisdom with insights from the frontiers of science. He has over 20 years of experience in giving motivational talks at various universities, hospitals, corporates, military and paramilitary forces. We also got to know that he has a unique distinction of teaching meditation at the highest border, this India, Pakistan, China, Siachen border. So he's gone there and taught meditation. With a clear intellect, warm heart, and radiant smile, he has the ability to instantly inspire and transform lives. I was very young when I first met Brother Swaminathan. I was I believe in my teens in India. And I was very new to a spiritual practice and meditation. And when I first interacted with Swami Bhai, I just kind of fell in love with his energy. It's just the divinity in his personality, the radiance in his face, in each and every word that he spoke, not only motivated me, but touched very deeply my heart. And very, very fortunate that over the years, like those were the foundation years for me in spirituality. And he has been a constant source of inspiration and motivation throughout. And so today we thought that as we are beginning on a lot of new levels in this country, to invite our dear Bhaiji for guiding us. As a matter of fact, what happened was one day in the morning, we have our morning messages and classes, and we were discussing these words, egoless and viceless. And then we suddenly remembered it's our dear brother E.V. Swaminathan, egoless and viceless Swaminathan. And that's how we kind of chose this theme. Let us this theme with our dear brother, living a soulful life and being egoless and viceless. And we welcome all the angels from everywhere, from Indiana, from Michigan, from all the other places. I think some have joined from India as well, and maybe some from Seattle and that side as well. So thank you so much. And we really look forward to hearing from you, Swami Bhaiji. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti and Namaskar. Good morning to all of you. In fact, it is good morning. It is a sunrise time in your American time, but in India, it's already past sunset. See the beauty of nature. Sunrise is a symbol of hope and optimism. Sunset also gives a message that one day the whole world will again shift to a beautiful dawn. I acknowledge the presence of most respected Honorable Lakshmi Benji, Saurabh Bhai, and all of you wonderful, beautiful angels Today, when I joined you at 9 o'clock, it was a very unique and a beautiful way of welcoming me. When all of you, wonderful angels of this beautiful BK family, welcomed me with a flower. And that was a very unique way. Thanks a lot. Thank you very much. In fact, I'm very happy to meet this wonderful angel, Saurabh Bhai. In fact, I met him in one of the very premier institutes of our country, the first IIT, which is called as IIT Kharagpur. And when I met him, Saurabh Bhai was actually coordinating the program. He was a young boy, as he rightly said at that time. I had a lot of regards and respect for him because graduating from a premier institute like IIT always holds a lot of respect in our heart and mind. And after so many years, I'm meeting him. I'm more in love with this wonderful personality because he not only mastered physics, but he still continues in this path, the beautiful path of meditation. So thank you very much, Saurabh Bhai, for so warmly inviting me. And the topic that you told is a very beautiful topic. It's all about EV, right? It's all about egoless. It's all about viceless, leading a soulful life. In fact, I understand many of you are already treading this path of meditation. But as Saurabh Bhai was telling me, there could be some new people also who have joined this program. Am I right, Saurabh? Am I right? Am I okay with this information?
Yes, Bhaiji. There are a few.
Yes. So I was told that there are some people who are very, interested in learning this meditation. In fact, Saurabh, I had also sent a couple of this invitation to some of my friends in America also, who always used to send me a mail that I'm interested to learn meditation. So I'll keep this session very simple and fundamental. So those people who are already treading this path of meditation, it would be just a kind of revision for all of you. But I'm keeping the new people also in my mind. In fact, I am interacting with all of you from India. I'm in the southern part of India. It is called as God's own country, Kerala. Kerala is a very beautiful place in South India. In this particular place, I'm interacting with all of you. Saurabh, allow me to share screen. I'll share just some beautiful slides regarding Kerala also.
Yes, Bhaiji. Thank you. You are the co-host, Bhaiji, so you can.
Yes.
Thank you.
So, are you able to see the slide?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So it is living a soulful life. Okay. Just 1 minute. Okay. Right. So this is the topic. So let me start from the southern part of India. Okay. This is a very wonderful place in South India. It is called as Alappuzha. It is a backwaters and it is one of the most preferred tourist destination. Many tourists from America and all across the globe, they come here. They take this boat and they spend from 1 day to 1 month. And it's a very wonderful place where the seawater comes to the, villages. And that is why it is called as backwaters. Very cool, very calm, a very serene place, right? So next time, if any one of you visit India, please do come and join in this beautiful place. I'm very close to this place, so I thought I'll begin with this. So my dear friends, many people who come to this Alappuzha, they also go and visit the north part of the country. That's a very wonderful state which is called as Uttarakhand. And in Uttarakhand, there is a very wonderful place which is called as Rishikesh. Now in Rishikesh, many of these tourists, they go there and they enjoy adventure sports. And you can see some people enjoying this river rafting. It's an adventure sports, right? This is the north part of India. Now, why did I show you these two slides? For the last 6 months, the whole world is experiencing this kind of a situation. It may vary from degree to degree, my dear friends. Pre-COVID situation, it was like very cool, calm, more or less we were all in a comfort zone. But the post-COVID situation, it has become very, very dynamic in nature, where things are in total turmoil. Now it's an option for us that can we enjoy this particular situation and can we take it as an adventure? Because many people, they enjoy this river rafting as an adventure. So it is not that the physical front, but what is very important is many people are experiencing a lot of emotional turmoil, right? And what are the 3 basic emotions, common emotions that people in India and across the globe are facing in the last 6 months? So this is a present day scenario. Number one, lot of fear and worry is there. I will not spend much time on this, but just to give you a reference. Lot of fear and worry is there. Number two, the emotions that people are facing is there's a lot of anxiety. And this anxiety, when it persists for a very large amount of time, there's a lot of anger, inbuilt anger that is coming in, right? And the third one, which we have seen in the last 6 months, I've been interacting with children, students, parents, teachers, people across all domains. There's a lot of insecurity and helplessness. So this is what is a turmoil that we are facing. And in this context, thanks to Saurabh Bhai for keeping this wonderful session. Now they say life is a question of options. Life is a question of choice. So I'll give you two options, and I do understand that all of you people who have joined this particular program are very, very intelligent. You are very, very buddhishali. So I'm sure you're going to choose the right option. And I'll be very happy if you could interact with me using the chat also. Now listen to these two options, right? Basically, life is a question of options. Life is a question of choice. Saurabh had an option to invite E.V. Swaminathan. He was very warm enough, kind enough to invite me. When this invitation reached me, Saurabh told me that it would be late night. Swami Bhai, will you join? So it was an option for me also. And I said, yes, although it's from 9 to 10:30, nothing to worry. And then it's an online session, so I can always, enjoy taking this session. So it's always a question of options. It's always a question of choice. And I'm feeling very good that I've chosen this beautiful option. Now I'll give you two options, my dear friends, and I want you to put it in chat, which is the right option. The first option is, we feel when all these outside situation, the amount of turmoil that is facing in the health sector, in the economic sector, in the political sector, in relationship issues, so many domains. The first option is, when everything is okay, then I'll bring my mind to a state of peace and stability, right? That's option number one. Option number two is, if I take my mind, if I help my mind to reach a state of peace and stability, then slowly I will develop the inner strength to manage all these outside situations. So these are the two options. Now, my dear wonderful friends, can you tell me in the chat, which is the correct option? Option number one or option number two? Can you put it in the chat? Wow, I got the first one from Maitri, from BK, and Jeena Behenji, option two. So I told you now, all of you people who have joined in are very, very buddhishali. Buddhishali in English means very, very intelligent. Kusumji also says the second option. Nirupama ji says option number two. Sanita says option number second. Very good. Absolutely right. Now, this is a wonderful option that you have chosen. Now, when you have chosen this option, now this could be like an hypothesis. Okay. For the next 24 hours, my dear friends, I can see all of you writing option number two. Can we explore this hypothesis? Can we experiment on this hypothesis? And can we experience this hypothesis? Option number two. That is, if I bring my mind to a state of peace and stability, will I get that inner strength to manage all these challenges? And that's what is very, very important. Having said this, okay, now this wonderful image I always likes. Remember the childhood sweet memories. Okay, no dar, no fear, no anxiety, always in a state of happiness. So there's a vision statement which I'll begin, which says, if I am happy. Now, what do you mean by happiness? Peace and stability. I can make myself healthy and this world a better place to live in. And I'll be very happy to share this with Saurabh Bhai. He already knows that the first IIT of India, that's IIT Kharagpur, became also the first IIT which started a course on happiness. Happiness. It means happiness is not just laughing. Happiness is a state of mind where a mind is very peaceful, when a mind is very stable, when a mind is very loveful, when a mind is very, very powerful. A very beautiful state of mind. That's what is called as happiness. Correct? They say a small child smiles and laughs 300 times per day. A small child, whether it's in India or in America or any part of the world, the small child, they smile 300 times per day. So all my dear, wonderful, beautiful angels who have joined this particular program, can you put it in the chat? How many times do you smile? Can you put it on the chat? क्या आप chat में लिख सकते हैं? आप सारे दिन में कितनी बार मुस्कुराते हो? Please write ना. Please write. How many times you smile per day? लिखो ना. अरे वाह. Very countless times, Rekha ji. Wow, very good. Infinite times. Hello. Very good. Always. Roja ji. Very good, very good. I really appreciate this answer. I'll appoint you as a happiness consultant. And you have got very good career options in IIT Kharagpur. They're looking out for such wonderful people. And if you are an NR returned from America, wow, they will give you a red carpet welcome. Beautiful, beautiful. You know, once I asked my engineering students in Mumbai, how many times somebody is telling, Sanita ji is trying to smile as long as I'm awake. Great, great. So I asked my engineering students once, how many times do you smile? One student very seriously got up and said, sir, 3 times, sir. Morning breakfast, afternoon lunch, evening dinner, sir. And he was a very nice boy. So I looked at him and said, you are making fun of my question? He said, no. Then I asked him, why did you give such an answer? He said, sir, frankly speaking, I'm so Saubhagyashali. Saubhagyashali in English means I'm very lucky that at least I've got 3 square meals to have. And before I could acknowledge him, he gave another logic. Sir, recent Jammu Kashmir floods, sir. You might have seen that breaking news that aircraft helicopters dropping those food packets. Sir, people waiting below, they were not the poverty-stricken people. They were the tourists from across the globe who had come to Jammu Kashmir for sightseeing, sir. 1 week they were not able to get food. That time they realized how Saubhagyashali, how lucky, how happy we ought to be. Then he concluded his logic. Sir, should I wait for an impending disaster, a calamity, a tsunami, an earthquake to get me convinced how lucky and how happy we ought to be? So I was interacting with some of the students in the last 6 months, and here in India, we give some kind of degrees. We give a degree of BE, we give a degree of BTech, BSc, BCom, BBA, BPharm, so many degrees. But this last 6 months, you know, we teachers and we professors, the small invisible virus, our good friend Corona, it has shaken us to awaken us to a beautiful reality. And that reality, we teachers have been very politely able to understand that more than BE, BTech, BPharm, BCom, the degree that was very important, the best graduation degree in a life is be calm, be cool, and be cheerful. Life is teaching us this wonderful lesson to all of us. The best degree in, you know, is to be cool. And meditation is one of the techniques which actually teaches us this technique. There's a very wonderful scientist, you know, Sir Albert Einstein, and I love Albert Einstein a lot, as many of you do, because Albert Einstein has not just understood physics, he was also able to understand metaphysics. Beautiful quote from Sir Albert Einstein when he says, if I had only 1 hour to save the world, I would spend 55 minutes defining the problem and only 5 minutes finding the solution. 1 hour to save the world, very big problem. But he says, in that 1 hour, I will spend 55 minutes defining the problem and only 5 minutes to get onto the solution. Wonderful quote from this beautiful, intelligent personality. And then he continues in the next statement, very interesting statement, when Einstein says, no problem can be solved from the same consciousness that created it. My dear friends, if there is any problem, there is a consciousness. That consciousness has to change. And this finds so much of relevance in today's topic, which you have decided, the shift of consciousness. So the shift of consciousness can take place through a beautiful technique of meditation, which is called as Raj Yoga. I have spent 25 years trying to understand this ancient technique of Raj Yoga. So how does this shift of consciousness takes place? Right? I'll tell you a very simple story, which will help you to remember. These are the 3 basic questions, fundamental questions, right? Raz means rahasya. It's a Sanskrit word in, you know, which means a secret. And Raz also means a master, a king. right? So there's a very wonderful story of an Indian king. Okay, now this king, he really used to love his subjects, and in between what he used to do, he used to go incognito. He used to put a lot of mask and fancy dress, and then he used to travel among his subjects and try to inquire whether his subjects, his people, are okay or not. So one fine morning, early morning, this king, what he did, he put up a lot of mask and fancy dress so that people don't recognize him. And then he stepped out from his palace. So in that last gate, there was a new watchman, a soldier who was posted. So as soon as he saw early morning, this king walking towards a gate, so this soldier became a little alert. And since he was in his own, and he was incognito, the soldier could not recognize him. So he immediately stopped the king. And then he asked 3 questions to the king. Number 1 is, who are you? Aap kaun ho? In Hindi, right? Second question he asked, what are you doing here? Aap yahan kar kya rahe ho? And third question he asked the king, where are you supposed to go? Aapko jana kahan hai? So the king, as soon as he listened to these 3 questions, he was so happy. And with lots of smile in his face, he asked that soldier, can you please repeat these 3 questions, my dear friend? So the soldier got really irritated. He shouted and stopped his voice. Who are you? What are you doing here? And where are you supposed to go? So the king smiled as the 3 questions and asked the soldier, hello, my dear friend, do you ask the same questions to everybody? Now the soldier was really in high tempers and he said, instead of answering that question, you are asking you are reacting with a different question. You please answer the question, otherwise I will imprison you. So the king said, okay. Then he removed his mask and his fancy dress, and the soldier was able to identify the king. Oh, king, I'm very, very sorry. Recently, I have been posted here, so I'm not aware of your whims and fancies, but I'm very, very sorry. Oh, king, please forgive me. So the king said, no, soldier, you were just doing your duty. But my question is, do you ask the same question to everybody who goes through this gate? So the soldier said, no, king, I never ask this question to everybody. When I recognize someone, why should I ask this question? Today, I was not able to recognize you because you're an incognito. Therefore, I asked this question. So the king, with lots of love, said, thank you for doing this wonderful job. But I would love to ask you, every month, how much money you get from that from this particular kingdom for doing this job? So the soldier said, I get 10 ashrafia. Ashrafia is 10 gold coins, So I get 10 gold coins, right, in 1 month. So the king said, my dear friend, do one thing. Every day you come to my palace, ask these 3 questions every day. And every day I'll give you these 10 coins per day. Every day you need to ask this question. The 3 basic fundamental questions to shift our consciousness, right? Those 3 questions, which are those 3 questions? Very important question to understanding Raj Yoga. Number 1, 3 fundamental questions. Who are you? Number 2, what are we doing here? And number 3, where are we supposed to go? And these 3 questions I have been asking myself for the last 25 years. Every day I have to keep on reminding this question to myself. Okay. Now, the most important question. Pre-COVID situation, we were asking this question, everybody, how are you? Post-COVID, how are you is out of syllabus. In Kerala, when this COVID was in peak and there was a lockdown, I was supposed to buy some medicines for my father who is 84 years of age. So I took a car and I was standing in front of that medical shop. So wearing that mask and all, I was getting suffocated. So I put down the car's window and there was some rush in that medical store. So I thought, let the rush subside and then I'll go and buy the medicines. Suddenly I saw one person in the mask coming close to me and asking me, hello, Swami sir, how are you? So I stared at him and asked this question, hello, who are you? Because he was wearing the mask and I could not recognize him. He said, oh, I'm so sorry, Swami sir. Then he put down the mask. I'm so and so. And then he put down the mask again. So this post-COVID situation has really taught us a lesson. We should not be asking, how are you? We should be asking as to, who are you? That's a very wonderful question. When I joined this meditation 25 years before, I was, told the reality. Now just imagine, a person is walking along the road, he's met with an accident. So he's taken to the hospital, the doctors operate upon the patient. Unfortunately, is brought late. He's dead. So the doctor calls the ward boys and says, take the body out. While coming, it's a patient. While going, it's a body. There is a difference between a patient and a body. What exactly is this difference? And here in Raj Yoga meditation, we understand that we are different from this body. We're not this body at all. And that is a shift of consciousness. So look at this beautiful, picture. This girl is looking at this mirror and looking at herself. She's asking this question. Who am I basically? Main kaun hoon? We always tell our students, you should have a lot of self-confidence, self-motivation, self-control, self-esteem, self-discipline. But the real answer of self is SELF. It is source of energy in light form. Source of energy in light form. We are basically point of light, point of energy. So today morning, I was taking a session to all young boys and girls in Chandigarh. So if I asked them, next time when you are in a mosque and if I ask you, who are you? What is the answer you should give? And this is Raj Yoga meditation. This is a basic LKG syllabus. This nursery rhyme is taught in India, and I'm sure this might be taught in America also. Who am I? Basically, we're all twinkle, twinkle, little stars. We're actually stars. We're actually point of light, point of energy. So one is knowledge. Number two is an applied knowledge. For example, we have physics, we have applied physics. So slowly, how do we come to know? How do we come to know that we have been able to understand? The first thing is slowly the fear starts moving away. That is a barometer. That is a thermometer. Therefore, I showed you these three emotions. The first emotion people are experiencing the whole globe is a lot of fear, a lot of anxiety. And one of the greatest fear is the fear of the unknown. And most important, the greatest fear as per doctors is the fear of death. Is the fear of death. But the moment I understand that I'm different from this body, a point of light, eternal, indivisible, indestructible, slowly we start coming out from the fear of death. Slowly we start coming from the fear. That is what is very, very important. Now, shift of consciousness. The whole of the ego is because of this body consciousness. My color, my caste, my religion, my country. This is all because of this consciousness of this physical body. So how do we come to know that we are slowly shifting ourselves to a soul consciousness? Very simple barometer. Whether it is in America or whether it is in Bharat or India, whenever I see a person in front of me, through this attire and everything, I could understand that that particular person may belong to a different religion or a different country. But the moment I see that person, I am able to connect. Okay, I may have difference of opinion. I may have different attire. I may have different eating habits. I may have different culture. That's all okay. That's all okay. But looking at that person, if I still feel connected that I am also a twinkle, twinkle, little star, this person also is a twinkle, twinkle, little star, we can understand that we are slowly shifting from this body consciousness to soul consciousness. And certainly from ego, we'll start becoming humble and polite. Be polite. We accept people as what they are. Can we accept people as what they are? Give them the freedom, right? And that is the first step of soul consciousness. Sometimes as a teacher, I always feel that education sometimes makes us a lot of egoistic. I'm done my graduation, I've done my post-graduation, I'm done this. But education should make us humble. Education should make us polite. And this is the best education we understand, that if I have done my PhD in this Janma, in this birth, next time, when I take a new birth, again I have to begin with A for apple, B for bat. Again I have to learn twinkle, twinkle, little star. Yes, it's a reality. So what are we so egoistic about? In India, there's a very wonderful person. There was a very wonderful person, late Dr. Kalam sir, the Honorable President of India, right? When we met some years before, Dr. Kalam was introduced to all of us and we were told that he had more than 30 PhD degrees to his credit. 30. So if I have to address Dr. Kalam, doctor, 30 times I have to tell. But I found him so simple, so humble, so polite, right? That is the quality of the self. Can we be simple? Can we be sample, right? That is what is the shifting. So ego comes from a wrong notion of my, I've got my PhD degree, I've got a 1-bedroom hall kitchen in Kerala, I've got a Maruti Suzuki. This is what we are so proud about it. Okay, that's your earnings, that's beautiful. But the real consciousness. So living a soulful life is a beautiful topic. So how do we do that? Shift your awareness, from body consciousness to soul consciousness. So I'll give you some parameters, it's very interesting parameters. The first thing is, when we are in a body consciousness, we start comparing ourselves with others, right? I'm not that handsome. Saurabh is so beautiful, so handsome. He has got wonderful hair like Satya Sai Baba, but Swami is bald. We start comparing. But in soul consciousness, we accept each other. We accept, okay, he's also good. I'm also okay. That's absolutely wonderful. So there's no comparison, but in soul consciousness, we accept others, we appreciate others, at the same time have a good feeling towards the self. This is a first barometer of soul consciousness. We may have the theoretical knowledge, but slowly we need to check. Second thing is, sometimes this body consciousness divides us, even at the mental and emotional level. Soul consciousness always unites us, right? It always unites, it binds each other. That's the thing that happens. Third thing is, sometimes in body consciousness, we become a slave of desires, many desires that we have, right? Eating, what we wear, everything, it makes us a slave of many desires. Okay, we should all be doing that, nothing wrong in it. But in soul consciousness, it makes us a master of our senses, right? That's very important. And the fourth and the most important is, right, in body consciousness, as I told you, there is a lot of fear of the unknown, fear of death. But in soul consciousness, we are aware of the eternity, and slowly we become very peaceful and joyful. So this is a shift of consciousness, okay? Now, the 3 faculties of the self. One is the mind, number 2 is intellect, and number 3 is sanskars. Okay, mind and intellect, many of you may be aware. Sanskar is a Hindi word or a Sanskrit word. Sanskar means our behavior, right? Now, let us see. What does the mind do? The function of the mind is to think. So our mind works like a transformer. Either it steps up the energy or it brings down the energy. So if you think positive, it steps up the energy. What is intellect? Intellect in Hindi is referred as buddhi. So intellect is the power to visualize. It is a power to take a decision, correct? So mind, intellect. So mind can be called as an audio and intellect can be called as a video. So when we practice this meditation to shift our consciousness, we use this mind and intellect. Now, the third and the most important part is the sanskars. Basically, it is our stored memories. Any action we keep on doing, it slowly reinforces in our behavior. And that is called as a stored memories. Now, since the topic that we were all discussing is all about egoless and being wiseless, so we need to understand what are our stored memories. So this is a part of a syllabus, right? So there are various, emotions that comes to us because of body consciousness. It could be lust, it could be anger, it could be a lot of greed, it could be attachment, and it could be ego, correct? So I'll ask you, all my wonderful angels who are there in this audience, how many people are there who don't get angry at all? Can you put your name onto the chat? बिल्कुल गुस्सा नहीं आता है, बिल्कुल anger नहीं आता है. Oh, okay, Swami, you have asked a wrong question. Okay. I'm sorry for asking this wrong question. Now I'll reframe that question. Okay, and I'm sure you will be very happy listening to this question. So I'll reframe the question. My question is for those people who have been practicing this technique of meditation, joining with the Brahma Kumaris or any other school of meditation. It could be anything. Okay. My question to you, my dear friends, is while you have been practicing meditation, any school of thought, any form of meditation, how many people are there who have experienced that your anger has started subsiding down? Then you put a yes on the chat. Now that's a beautiful question. Swaminathan sir, thank you very much. Ah, see, I've started getting a yes. So many people happy. See. I can see so many people writing yes. Means I would love to congratulate every one of you. Practicing any technique of meditation will always help you. And you have realized and you have recognized that slowly I can manage my anger. Yes, it could be 1%, it could be 90%, but you need to aware that you are on this right path of, righteousness. Whenever we get angry now, it means some or the other way we have not become soul conscious. And it takes a little bit of time to shift in this consciousness. So I would love to congratulate all my wonderful friends who have been practicing some kind of technique of meditation. And Brahma Kumaris prescribes a beautiful technique of meditation, which is called as Raj Yoga. So you can always be open for it. So a lot of congratulations. Now there are also some, kind of a vices which we need to identify. Some of the vices is a lot of laziness could be there, correct? Fear, as I told you, worry, as I told you before, a lot of waste and negative thoughts, and maybe some kind of addictions also, correct? These are some of the stored memories. Knowingly or unknowingly, I've been seeing this all across the society. So it has downloaded in my system, and I felt that is to be very normal. Now, my simple suggestion is, all of you have been doing multitasking, right? We have been, if I ask somebody, who are you? They'll say, we are human beings. But basically, more than human beings, we have become human doing. I'm doing this, I'm doing this, I'm doing this, I'm doing this. So living a soulful life means a shift of consciousness from human doing to human being. The being part is very important. I understand all of you, my dear friends, you are doing multitasking, right? You play different roles. You play the role of a mother, you play the role of a sister, you play the role of a wife, you play the role of a sakhi, you play the role of a friend, you play the role of a colleague, you play the role of a boss. You play so many roles. But living a soulful life means, apart from playing all these roles, from human doing, can we become human being? That's very, very important. Okay, the being part is very important. So how do we do about it, right? It's beautiful and it's very easy to understand. See, from human doing to human being. Be soul conscious means it will take only 1 second. And 1 second is just a shift of awareness. Meditation does not mean that I sit at one place for more than 1 or 2 hours. No. Yes, we can sit in the morning, we can sit in the evening, sunrise time, sunset time. But what is very important is living a soulful life is while I'm cooking, can I feel myself, I'm a twinkle, twinkle little star, and I feel myself with lots of peace, love, and happiness. I'm cooking my food, right? Number 2 is when I'm speaking to each other. Can I just feel myself to be a twinkle, twinkle little star? So what happens when you're in that consciousness? We will shift from that role consciousness to real consciousness. Number 3 is while you're working in your laptop, while you're working at home, please continue doing all the work. But just, it will take 1 second of the shift of consciousness. The most important. While you're dozing off, you're sleeping, but still you are in that awareness. I am a twinkle, twinkle little star. And when you do this, what happens is, this is a very beautiful science. What is called as neural pathways. How does we become voiceless? That was the topic. So neural pathways says it comprises of neurons that's in the brain, connected by dendrites, created in the brain based on our habits and behaviors. So what I've been doing for many years, slowly in the brain, it creates a neural pathway. So the research says as candidates participate in new activities, they're training their brains to create new neural pathways. So all those people who said yes, that your anger is subsided, good news, in your brain, you have started a new neural pathway. You have actually created a new neural pathway. So the pathways get stronger with repetition until the behavior is the new normal, right? That's a beautiful thing, right? Next, it says there is a concept which is called as neuroplasticity. So neuroplasticity is the brain's ability to change itself constantly by creating new neural pathways and losing those which are no longer used. For the brain to rewire itself, it requires sustained practice of a new behavior approximately for 10 weeks, which will sufficiently challenge the brain to think in a new way, right? So we have to do it for approximately 70 to 90 days. So my request to all of you, my dear friends who are a part of this program, next week on 14th of November, we are all celebrating Happy Diwali. And 25th of December, we are all going to celebrate Happy Christmas. 1st January, we are all going to celebrate Happy New Year, all across the globe. Right from today, 8th November, till the 1st of January 2021, my request, simple request, as a beautiful brother, as a good friend, right? Inside your home, sweet home, whatever happens, please increase your reaction time. Fatak se react mat karo. Whether it is with your family members, with your parents, with your children, with anybody, don't react immediately. Please increase your reaction time and respond. How do you respond? With lots of peace, with lots of love, and with lots of happiness. There's a very wonderful proverb in English which says, I have no control of what happens with me, but I can take absolute control of what happens within me. Of what happens within me. So can I manage my inner being? So please increase your reaction time. I remember I was doing a session for small children in India. So I just asked them, okay, because shift of consciousness, I asked them, can you tell me in Hindi film industry any hero which you like? So many people told some heroes of in Hindi film industry. Can you put some heroes of Hindi film industry which you know, my dear friends from America? Can you put it on the chat? Kuch hero log ka naam batao. Can you put it on the chat? And if you write it in the chat now, I feel that I'm alive. And people are getting, oh, Amir Khan. Wonderful. Parveen ji says Amir Khan. Okay, beautiful, beautiful. So you are, you know some heroes of the Hindi film industry. Good, good, good. So when I asked this question to kids, so they told many answers. And one of the answers was Amir Khan also, correct? Next question I asked them, okay, can you tell some villain of the of Hindi film industry? So people were just trying to think of some villain. Okay, I'm getting so many. Sushant Singh Rajput, Amir Khan. Okay, so Parveen ji has got a lot of information. She says, when the moment I said villain, she's writing Amrish Puri. Good, good. Pran. Oh, he's a person from yesteryears. Amrish Puri. Good, good, good. So when I asked this question, can you tell me a villain? So I saw one boy at the last end telling some answer, and both the kids started laughing like anything. So it caught my attention. So I asked that boy, "Kaun sa villain bola? Which villain did you say?" So he said, "No, sir, I was just making fun." I said, "Bolo na, please tell, which villain did you mention?" "No, sir, I didn't. It is just out of fun, I told." So I walked up to that small boy, very beautiful boy with a very beautiful cherubic face. So I asked him, "Batao na, kaun sa villain ka naam diya? Which villain you said?" No, sir, I'm very sorry, sir. I sincerely apologize, sir. Please mujhe maaf kar do." I said, "Bolo na bachche, what's so apologetic about it? Tell me the name of the villain." He said, "Sir, main aage nahi bolunga, sir. Bilkul na, sir. Please mujhe maaf kar do." So I told that boy to sit. I called his friend, "Please get up." And then I told, "Which villain did he mention?" So this boy next, he said, "Sir, I will tell it in your ears." I told, Bolo, tell me in my ears. So his friend said, "Sir, when you asked which hero," so this boy told Amir Khan. I said, "Yes, I heard that answer. I'm asking about the villain." So this friend says, "Sir, when you asked villain, you know what did this boy say?" I said, "I'm very curious, Baba. Which villain?" "Sir," this boy said, "Villain kaun? Papa." Father. The moment I heard this, I had a shock of my life. I never expected this answer. In fact, I expected the answers which you have written in the chat. I did not say anything. I walked up in front and I said, "Okay, how many movies of Amir Khan have you seen?" "Sir, Tare Zameen Par dekha, sir. 3 Idiots dekha, sir. Dangal dekha, sir." And not more than, they were just trying a lot, and somehow we could gather 10 movies of Amir Khan. Now just understand the psychology of a small boy. 10 movies. He has never met Amir Khan in his life. 10 movies, total investment of time is 10 into 3, 30 hours. For this boy, 30 hours watching in audio and video form, doing that acting in that movie, Amir Khan becomes a hero for this boy. And Papa, villain number 1. Your entire life, every thought, you are a well-wisher of your child, and Papa becomes villain number 1. Hello, hold your breath. There is villain number 2, the loving mama. And hold your breath, my dear beautiful parents. Villain number 3, Swaminathan, the teacher. I am villain number 3. Oh, it really got me a shock that day. And then I started thinking, why I should become a villain? Mama, Papa, they're so beautiful well-wishers of the child. That's for sure. And Swami is also a well-wisher of my students. And I become villain number 3. Why? And that day I realized the problem with Swaminathan is I'm playing the role of a teacher, but I'm not doing the dialogue delivery. That's my problem. That's my problem. In that movie, 3 Idiots, Rancho tells his friend Farhan and Raju, if you want to become a wildlife photographer, go to South Africa. What are you doing in an engineering college? This dialogue, the small boy listens and he felt so good and connected to Amir Khan as Rancho. But this dialogue, Papa never made to the boy. Right? In that movie, Tare Zameen Par, there's a very beautiful Hindi movie, Tare Zameen Par, where Nikum sir accepts that boy, Ishan, who is suffering from dyslexia. It was his weakness. But the teacher, the role played by the teacher, he accepts this boy, empowers him, converts his weakness into strength. Naturally, the boy, when he's watching that movie, Amir Khan becomes a hero. And what did villain number 3, Swaminathan, did? I was shouting at my students. That day I realized, and from today onwards, I will never get angry with my students. You know the reason why I used to get angry? I used to get terribly angry when I see my students coming late. And the moment the student comes late, I used to shout at top of my voice, why did you come late? Punctuality, discipline, very important in your life. How will you become an effective engineer? But learning this practice of meditation made me realize any transition and transformation can take place only through the power of peace, love, and happiness. Peace, love, and happiness. You know, what do I do these days? Pre-COVID situation, when my students come late now, with lots of love, I keep my hand on my heart. Because the doctors at the Brahma Kumaris told me one thing, Swami, if you get angry, you are a probable case for heart attack. Oh my God. So these days when my student comes late now, what do? You know, with lots of love, I keep my hand on my heart. And the same dialogue which I used to shout previously, with lots of love, I tell these days, my dear boy, why did you come late? Punctuality, discipline, very important in your life. How will you become an effective engineer? The students these days, you know, they keep staring at me and say, sir, you have started practicing meditation and you have started becoming good, sir. Every day, please keep on practicing meditation. Yes, yes. I share this with my staff members. So the staff members tell me, no, Swaminathan, the students of Mumbai, until unless you don't spank them, they will not change their behaviors. But a couple of years before, I was in Ooty. It's a very beautiful South Indian, you know, tourist spot in Tamil Nadu. Suddenly one boy came. Hello, sir, how are you? I started staring at him. Sir, did you recognize me? I said, no, please do not ask me your name. Please introduce yourself. Sir, my name is so-and-so, sir. You taught us engineering in so-and-so year, sir, so many years before. I said, okay, what are you doing now? Sir, I'm working in so-and-so organization. So I told him, what are you doing right now in Ooty? Sir, Ooty family trip, sir. Then he called his wife and 2 kids. Hello, he is Swami, sir. Apart from teaching mechanics and other subjects, he used to teach the technique of meditation. So I told that boy, hello, don't bore your family members and your kids. I bless all your family kids with lots of health, wealth, and happiness. And I told the boy, leke jao. Please carry your family. Now, what did this boy do? He took his family and his kids to a little distance. Then he walked all alone and told me, sir, can I tell you one thing? I said, please go ahead. He said, sir, my wife and my kids, they have got a lot of anger, sir. And I'm really worried about it. Can you please this technique of meditation? I asked that boy, okay, wife and बच्चों की बात तो कही, what about you? Sir, lot of stress in the office, sir. Lot of anxiety, sir. Lot of blood pressure, sir. I also get angry. So I told that boy, children see and children do. After so many years, I realized one thing, that my boy does not remember which subject and which formulas, definitions I taught him. But one thing he has realized, that for becoming a good father, a good mother, one should learn this technique of meditation. We are all skilled in our own professions, but can we become good? And the beauty of meditation is, what are we doing here? That's the second question. Not to become engineer, doctor, that we anyway can become. But the most important thing is, all these values of the self, peace, love, happiness, is an inherent quality. So whatever work we are doing, can I work with that awareness that I, the being, is peaceful, loveful, happy, powerful? This is the consciousness. And they say self-realization leads to God realization. Right? When I'm in this consciousness, I can always see myself safe, protected, energetic. Correct? So where are we supposed to go? Just like, right, the soul is a point of light, a father is also a supreme point of light. Okay. Yes, incorporeal, point of light, eternal. So the answer of the third question is, where are we supposed to go? We have come to this world to play our roles. For some time, we'll all play these roles. And after some time, we have to go back to our eternal house. So twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. So looking at the sky, we look at the Almighty God. Up above the world, so high, like a diamond in the sky. So just as we are point of light, our Father, the supreme light, is an embodiment, is an ocean of peace, love, and happiness. So when I connect myself to the Almighty God, I start getting all these inner values and virtues. And slowly I become egoless and I become viceless. So the world which we have to go is a very beautiful place, you know. And this is the wonderful world. Yes. Where are we supposed to go? This is our eternal world. We are all family members, beautiful stars. In this world, you are in America, I'm in India, somebody is in different place. But basically, our abode is our own family place. Incorporeal world. It is called as Nirakari Lok. This world of golden red, self-luminous light is an abode of all souls. It is also known as Param Dham, Shanti Dham, the soul world, the Mukti Dham, the Nirvan Dham, our sweet silent home. Okay. And having said this, the beautiful thing with Almighty God has told us is, after every night there is going to be a dawn. A beautiful world is going to come. So Dr. Kalam always used to tell, parents and teachers, never install fear in the children, but ask them to dream. Einstein also had said, imagination is more powerful than, knowledge. Dr. Kalam used to say, dream, dream, and dream. Dreams are not something that we see in sleep. The dreams are something which shouldn't allow us to sleep, right? So there's a 9th standard girl student who has picturized beautifully, and she's written this vision statement. Can we dream of a whole world that is full of joy, peace, bliss, health, wealth, and happiness, and certainly nature full of tranquility? A beautiful world. So can we all join together in this common thread of soul consciousness, live a soulful life, connect to our Supreme Father, forget all the differences that we have, and then can we together make this world a beautiful place to live in? And for this, I welcome you to this beautiful journey of meditation, which helps us to enable, enrich, engage, and empower ourselves. So my dear friends, it was a beautiful, my time to have a heart-to-heart conversation with all of you. Now I want, for the next 3 or 4 minutes, I will take you to this journey of meditation. So can I request all of you to, can we sit straight? Can we sit straight? I'll just take 2 or 3 minutes. And then if we have any questions and any feedback, any inputs, please feel free to share with me, okay? Okay, so let me summarize the whole session. The topic was leading a soulful life, egoless and viceless. It's just a shift of consciousness. That I, the being, is a twinkle, twinkle little star, very peaceful, very loveful, and very powerful, right? Whatever work we are doing, we have to do the same work, but with that awareness of the being. My last simple, humble request was for the next 24 hours, continue till the 1st of January 2021, increase your reaction time. Don't react, but respond with peace, love, and happiness. For those people who have joined new for the first time in this Brahma Kumari's platform, please be open to learn this technique of meditation. I'm sure my beautiful divine friend and brother Saurabh Bhai will give you some details in case you are interested to learn this meditation. I will take you to 3 minutes. I want all of you to relax, take a deep breath, inhale, and slowly exhale. Wonderful. So we do this meditation using our mind and intellect. The function of the mind is to think. The function of the intellect is to create an image. And whatever image we keep on doing it, accordingly we do our actions, and the action leads to our behavior and sanskars. So the first step to change ourselves is to begin meditation with this mind and intellect. Saurabh, are you able to listen to this audio, a small instrumental music? I hope it's not disturbing you, brother. It's okay? Fine. Listen to this beautiful instrumental music. This wonderful music helps me to relax. And slowly I withdraw myself from the external to the internal, an inward journey. And the most important question is, who am I? I see myself at the center of the forehead. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. I'm a sparkling point light. This is my real self. My body is a wonderful instrument, but I am the being. I am a divine energy. I radiate positive energy. I'm feeling very light and easy. I'm very, very happy. This is my inherent quality. When I'm peaceful, when I'm stable, I'm so happy. I'm completely free from my past. Whatever has happened, let me put a full stop. And let me take myself to freedom. Free from all negativities, but exploring the path of absolute freedom, divinity, virtues and values that is there actually within me. I am light and I spread the rays of positive energy to this beautiful entire world. This inner light, which I am, helps me to lead a balanced life. I'm special, I'm unique, and very magical. I'm very pure and I'm peaceful. This is my Swadharma. This is my religion, religion of the self, purity and peace. I'm grateful for every experience I have had, some pleasant, some unpleasant. But these experiences has helped me to become a better person. It came to teach me. Let me be grateful for it. Although the situations are very challenging, it could be as hard as a rock, but still, can I become a flower? Can I blossom the fragrance of my divine values? I'm safe, I'm secure, and I feel very serene. I'm an embodiment of unconditional love. It is only through the power of love that transition and transformation can take place. So can I love myself and can I share this unconditional acceptance? I'm abundant. I am blessed. I'm so good. I'm gentle. I'm kind. I'm caring. I'm blessed with divine values, which helps me to maintain harmony in managing all challenges. There is always a way, and I'm hopeful, optimistic, that although this is a dark night, but a beautiful world, a beautiful dawn is going to come. Can I become an instrument to make this world a better place? And for this, I'm always divinely guided and protected. The Almighty God has descended on this earth to make this world a beautiful paradise, a heaven, a golden world. Can I connect myself through my mind and intellect, this supreme light, the ocean of peace, love, and the source of all happiness, purity, and strength, and energize myself, empower myself. Let me thank the Almighty for this wonderful life. And one day, I will join you in this beautiful home, sweet home. And thereafter, when the new beautiful world is established, I come here and again play the role of a divine, value-based personality. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Namaskar.
Shanti, let us all clap to acknowledge our dear. Thank you so much, Baiji. You feel so empowered, enriched, soulful is the word. And all the different images that you showed and your soothing voice, it really led us into this beautiful experience of the soul and connection with the divine, and then connecting with the world family. So really appreciate your time and your beautiful words of wisdom and motivation. Would like to open up. Feel free to share any thoughts, questions with our dear Bhaiji. Thank you.
I like that twinkle, twinkle, little star, that meaning of that poem. Swaminathan,
Thanks a lot,
yeah,
Hansa-ben. Thanks a lot.
I am from Borivali, Divya
Oh,
Ben
beautiful.
Center, yeah, Bombay.
Beautiful.
And I
Beautiful.
heard so many times, yeah, your lectures.
Mhm. So
many
sweet, so sweet.
Yeah, so many.
Where are you right
programs.
now? Are you in Borivali or are you in America?
I am in America, Houston.
Oh, wonderful.
Since 10
Great.
years, since 10 years I am here.
Acha, very nice, very nice. Beautiful, beautiful. Wonderful. So I have a beautiful feedback from the Brahma Kumaris Center. Thank you, Bhaiji, for this beautiful class, very inspiring. And they're thanking you, Saurabh Bhai. Thanks for this wonderful feedback, sister. Shubhi Behan, thank you very much.
सौरभ भाई थैंक यू वेरी मच भाई जी आपने तो हमको साउथ का पूरा जो है ना घुमा दिया I felt as if I was in Kashmir, you know, Kashmir का श्रीनगर का very nice. Thank you. इतना peaceful जो है ना आपने सुनाया. Thank you, धन्य हो.
Thank you, Baba. Thank you.
I'm also from India, of course.
Oh,
yes, but I'm in the US, Michigan.
Okay. Wonderful.
Thank you very much, Dr. Swaminathan. I'm from Delhi, and it was really wonderful listening to your presentation. It's very, very, very good, very good.
Thank you, sister. Thank you.
Very inspiring. Thank you, Brother Saurabh.
Yeah, thank you, Swami Swaminathan.
Thank you, Om Shanti Benji, Hanji.
Parveen, yeah, Om Shanti.
Yes. Om Shanti.
So I just remember that, from the Kerala, the memories, that you show that houseboats and everything. I have been there 3 times. It's amazing. I really want to live there, not in America. Yeah.
Please come down.
Yeah, because I'm from North India, so I love to go in South. Yeah.
Okay,
I'm from Chandigarh. Yeah.
Acha. Wonderful. Yeah. Beautiful.
Yes, the session was wonderful. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Om Shanti, Dr. Swaminathan.
Om Shanti, brother.
Thank you very much. We would love to see you again.
I'm Rohit from Indianapolis, USA. And I really enjoyed the whole session. The only thing when I was in India, I was with Brahma Kumaris for almost 5 years. And I learned the meditation techniques and everything. But what happened that we have to do meditation with the open eyes. And when I open my eyes and do the meditation, I was always thinking different things rather than concentrating my mind.
I'll answer if you allow me, brother Rohit bhai. Thanks for this wonderful feedback. Today morning I was taking a class for some students in Chandigarh. So the sister was telling me she belongs to Chandigarh, so it reminded me. So I asked these children a beautiful question, and the topic they had kept was all about the science of concentration. Okay, so I asked these children, okay, what do you do for concentration, dear sweet children? So the students told me, sir, our school teaches us prayer and meditation. I said, great. Now, when you do your prayer, what do you do with your eyes? So the students told, sir, our teachers tell that when you're doing your prayer or meditation, you should keep your eyes closed. But one of the boys told me, I keep one eye open and it catches the attention of my teacher. Hello, keep your eyes closed. So I said, fine. So I told him, okay, why do you do this prayer and meditation? Sir, our teacher has told that it helps in concentration. I told, very good. Now let me ask you some questions. He said, okay, sir, please go ahead. So I told, when you are studying, do you require concentration? He said, yes, sir. We require concentration when we are studying. So I asked that boy, while you are studying, do you keep your eyes open or eyes closed? He said, sir, kya baat karte ho? You should keep your eyes open now when you're studying. I said, perfectly good. Then I asked that boy, okay, does your papa require concentration? Sir, very much, sir, when he's driving the car. I'm like, okay, when your papa drives the car, does he keep his eyes open or eyes closed? Stupid question, sir. Eyes open. I said, okay. Now, does your mama require concentration? And that boy started thinking. So there was another girl. She said, yes, sir. Mama requires concentration, sir, when she's cooking the food in the kitchen. Sometimes she forgets to put the salt and sometimes she puts so much of salt. And sir, my mama is so cute and beautiful. She keeps her eyes open, sir. The question is, where do you require this concentration? We require this concentration when we're doing our day-to-day activities. So in meditation also, we do the same thing. I appreciate your question, Rohit Bhaiji. So what we do is, while we are meditating, don't keep your eyes completely open and don't keep your eyes completely closed. It is in the transition stage.
Okay.
It's in the transition stage, right? Now this stage, for the initial level, I request you, Rohit Bhai, even if you want, you can keep your eyes closed. Therefore, I showed you the pictures and images. So I told you to keep your eyes open and see that pictures. Now, while you're meditating, you should not keep your eyes completely open and completely closed, because if you're keeping your eyes completely open, you rightly said, your mind will be in beta plus, in EEG. When you keep your eyes completely closed, your mind will reach a delta stage, a sleep stage. But the transition stage is an alpha state. A state where you're not completely awake, nor you're completely dozed off. This transition stage is called as an alpha stage. And Brahma Kumaris, the technique of Raj Yoga, is taking your mind to this state of alpha, between beta and delta. When you do this, you shift your consciousness from the body consciousness to a soul state of soul consciousness. That state is the most powerful state. I'll give you a small example. Maybe it will help everyone also. कहते हैं सुबह सुबह का सपना सच होता है. ये सुबह का सपना पता कैसे होता है? For example, you keep the alarm at 6 o'clock in the morning. The moment the alarm rings 6 o'clock, what happens? Many of us, our original sanskar, they move up and we close the alarm. Let me sleep for another 10 minutes. Let me sleep for another 10 minutes. That 10-minute sleep gives you an entire different experience of a state of bliss. That 10 minutes is a state of alpha. And in that 10 minutes, whatever your mind and intellect sees, your life will start manifesting it. Because that stage, your mind is like a small baby, small child, open, with a very open mind. So I would request Rohit Bhai, initially, if you want to keep your eyes closed, that's perfectly okay. Slowly start shifting it to the transition stage. And what I request you is, while you're driving, while you're cooking, while you're walking, while you're doing a day-to-day work, just feel at the center of the forehead, twinkle, twinkle, little star. And you will start experiencing a new, way of doing this meditation. Thank you, Rohit Bhai, for this beautiful feedback and question.
Thanks
I really
for the
acknowledge and
explanation.
appreciate it. Okay.
Thank you so much, Swaminathan Bhaiji.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti, your appearance, your speech, everything is so calming and peaceful, and it's inspired me a lot. I listen a lot of your lectures and I am so much into this. Thank you so much. Thank you, Savrabhai.
Thank you, Didi.
Om
Thank
Shanti.
you, Didi.
Bhaiji has given us the degree of be calm today.
And Purnima ji writes a beautiful thing. Saurabh, you might have read that. I thank you so much for this beautiful. From now, I have stopped reacting and started responding. And Purnima ji, you have to do this till 1st of January 2021. And all of us will join you.
Om Shanti. This is Meena's husband, Manoj. And you have opened my eyes today by giving an example of Amir Khan and that little kid. Oh my God. never
I'm sure you are
thought,
hero number one.
never thought that way.
Oh,
Never.
yes,
It
yes,
was
yes,
just
brother.
excellent because I, there other people brought up Pran and, other villains and things. I have personally met Pran. He is an excellent guy. He was an excellent human.
Beautiful.
But the way you explained today is very powerful. Thank you. Om
Thank you,
Shanti.
brother. I really appreciate your humility, in sharing this with all of us. I learned this from you, sir. Thank you.
Can we ask one question to Saurabh Bhai?
Please go ahead. Please go ahead. Saurabh Bhai.
Saurabh Bhai, when is the next session? This was real. I would love to have another session like this.
Yeah,
Yes. Even
but
I
Brother
would love
Saurabh,
to.
I was going to say
Just
the
1
same
minute.
thing.
I think somebody is speaking. There's one Behenji, Sanjay's iPad. Madam Behenji, please go ahead.
Yes. So nice to hear from you. I'm hearing you first time. Every time I listen to you Bhai Saabs, I learn more and more. Of course, we have Saurabh Bhai amongst us. He belongs to Michigan, though he's in Indiana. I consider him to be a part of Michigan, and we learn a lot. You should come often, on this and teach us, I think you have really opened our eyes a lot, You've talked about everybody. By the way, my name is Mohini.
Thank you, Mohini Benji. Thank
Yes,
you.
thank
Thanks
you.
for your feedback.
Thank you, Swami. And
You
thank you,
are a
Saurabh.
professor of Brahma Kumaris also.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Om Shanti,
Om
Swami
Shanti
ji.
Bhai ji.
Om Shanti, Om Shanti. Yeah, please go ahead.
आज की मुरली में भी था ना क्या उसके साथ अपना स्लोगन में कि मनोरंजन आपका लेसन भी मनोरंजन होता है बहुत ही अच्छा लगा और बहुत ही नॉलेजफुल वेरी नाइस और इट वाज रियली अवर भाग्य कि आप आए और हमें एनलाइटन किया वेरी नाइस आपके एग्जांपल भी मेमोराइज कर सकते हैं इजीली मेमोराइज हो जाते हैं वेरी नाइस थैंक यू सो मच
ब्यूटीफुल थैंक यू दीदी
प्लीज डू कम ऑफ एंड हम सौरभ भाई से भी कहेंगे कि रिक्वेस्ट करते रहें एंड आई नो आप बहुत बिजी हो बट
ना बिजी बोलना ही नहीं इजी बाबा कहते बच्चे इजी बनो इजी
तो हमें भी इजी बना दो ना आज
yes.
ओम शांति थैंक यू सो मच
Brother, I wanted to request the same thing. Please try to come as many times as you can.
Yes.
We really,
Saurabh, I have a request that after getting this wonderful, love from this beautiful family and others. So what we can do, we can arrange a session for all the kids also.
Oh, that would be great.
I can see many small kids. I could see some kids with Kusum Behan and all that. I think there were those wonderful kids. Some kahin to main dekh raha tha.
My son has
Kusum
done
Behan,
your
please
BK summer camp. My son Kushal, he is here actually.
Hello, my dear
class.
sweet boy. Oh, great.
From you. So actually, I heard you first time that time when he was doing the BK summer camp, and you were doing. It is online. We are in Indiana. Yeah, it's online, and it was Shanti Sarovar.
Shanti Sarovar. Did you get a certificate?
Actually, he was planning to send you email, right? You have to write about.
You can even send a letter to God right now. I'll get you a certificate, my dear boy. You deserve a certificate. Thank you for joining today also.
Yeah, you did the quiz. I also watched with him. It was really
wonderful.
Yeah. I really look forward to the class for kids, actually.
So sweet,
Thank you.
So sweet. We can do some sessions.
Om Shanti, Swami Nathan ji. I really want to thank you, of course, but before that, I would like to thank Saurabh Bhai also, who has initiated all this talk and interview. And it was great. We are in Indianapolis. My son Simran, he is there, and he has connected us to Saurabh Bhai also. He is a wonderful soul, I must say that. And the lecture you have given is also a wonderful. And I have learned two things. One is react, and then second is whenever I forget love, compassion, and all that, I will remember Swaminathan for that, because he is the source of love and empathy, and everything he has given is really great. Thank you. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti, Om Shanti.
Virender Bhaiji is an ex-army officer.
Oh, Jai Hind, sir.
Om
Shanti Swaminathan Bhai. Om Shanti Swaminathan Bhai. I'm from South India, Tamil Nadu, Coimbatore. Because of this COVID, this one I have to be here for I'm here for 9 months. So, but anyhow, I am connecting with Saurabh Bhai's class, morning regular Amrita Vela classes and other classes. So I am very proud of him also, and I have the opportunity to can have your classes also, hear your classes also. It's so nice and then very beautiful. I used to tell him whenever Swaminathan Bhai tells, he gives the example of twinkle twinkle little star. He said, okay, we will ask it to.
Thank you, Didi. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Lakshmi Benji would love to say anything, please, sister.
Sister Lakshmi, please. Yes. Sister Lakshmi, somehow we can't hear you. Yeah, yes.
Yes, now it's good.
Okay, so headset. Thank you so much, both the brothers. I have an affinity towards brainy people, and I love engineers because my father was. My brothers are engineers. But to come to the point, thank you so much, Saurabh Bhai, for inviting me. And
thank you, Sister Lakshmi. It's all your blessings and your love. Sister Lakshmi is like the mother and the grandmother of the entire family.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Not only me, but all the souls here. She has such a big heart, generous heart, and she sustains everyone with so much love. So we are very grateful to have Sister Lakshmi.
Yeah, I must take leave because there's a program happening at the center. I need to be with them. Thank you so much.
Sister, before you leave, sister, on behalf of the family, we have a little token to our lovely brother. Please put your hand together for our dear.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
A true representation of being egoless, viceless, like angel, open heart, and he's all, he's connected us to the divine, the supreme point of light.
All your love will help me to become more egoless and more viceless. Thank you very much for your feedback. Thank you very much for your sweet words. Thank you for your good wishes. Thank you, sir.
Bhaiji, I would also like to invite Vikas. You remember Vikas?
Yes.
Vikas, it's so good to see you. Vikas is in Seattle these days.
Yes.
I think Richland, I believe, in Washington.
Yeah, Om Shanti, Swami Bhaiji. Om Shanti, Saurabh.
Om Shanti, yeah.
Yeah, I'm in the West Coast, in Richland, Washington.
Okay.
So we were together when we were I think, third or fourth year in our bachelor's, and we had this great fortune of spending a few days with you.
Thank you so much, Saurabh, for inviting me to this session.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
I would have missed this.
For joining. It was refreshing our sweet, beautiful memories of the past, right?
Yeah, I was taken back those years. Yeah, Om Shanti.
Wonderful. Om Shanti. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti, Swaminathan Bhai.
जी ओम शांति दीदी।
या हम आपको अभी मधुबन में मिलेंगे जब नेक्स्ट टाइम आप आएंगे।
जरूर आइएगा, जरूर मिलेंगे। आओ, आप कहाँ हैं? मुझे आपके दर्शन होने चाहिए। अच्छा मधुबन में।
आप कहाँ पर? You can turn on the video. आप वीडियो ऑन करें।
मामा कहाँ पर है अभी?
वो मधुबन में। They live in outside Shantivan.
अच्छा, very good, beautiful.
Yeah.
हम जरूर आपसे मिलेंगे। Yes.
Om Shanti, both brother. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Saurabh Bhai, for giving us opportunity.
Thank you.
Om Shanti. Om Shanti Bhai.
Om Shanti.
Ji.
Om Shanti.
हाँ, मेरा अगला
वीडियो
थोड़ी
ऑन
सी
नहीं
ऐसे
हो रहा
बोल रही थी।
हाँ अभी हो गया।
हाँ
ओम शांति, ओम शांति, ओम शांति। अरे वाह वाह वाह, सबके आज
थैंक यू
दर्शन
वेरी
हो
मच,
गए।
वंडरफुल क्लास, फॉर वंडरफुल क्लास।
चलो बहुत
ओम
अच्छा।
शांति स्वर्ण भाई, नमस्ते, बहुत अच्छा लगा
जी,
आपका
ओम
सुन के।
शांति, ओम शांति।
ओम शांति।
हमें
ओम
ज्ञान
शांति।
ज्ञान से भरपूर कर
ओम
दिया
शांति,
आपने।
डॉक्टर स्वामीनाथन।
हाँ हाँ, ओम
ओम
शांति
शांति
से
भाई जी,
स्वामीनाथन भाई।
थैंक यू सो मच फॉर वंडरफुल क्लास। प्लीज आते
आपको
रहिए और
हम
हमें भरपूर करते रहिए।
मधुबन
थैंक
में
यू।
देखे थे भाई जी।
हाँ
आपको
जी,
हम
हाँ
मधुबन
जी।
में देखे थे लास्ट टाइम।
ब्यूटीफुल ब्यूटीफुल, बहुत अच्छा,
हाँ,
बहुत अच्छा।
लास्ट टाइम सितंबर लास्ट ईयर में हम आपको देखे थे।
अच्छा अच्छा,
आपका
गुड।
क्लास गिरीश भाई जी और आपका क्लास हम
अरे
किए
वाह,
थे मधुबन में।
अच्छा,
पास
वेरी
से
गुड।
पूरा फर्स्ट लाइन सेकंड रो ऐसे में बैठ के आपको देखे थे। अभी बहुत दिन के बाद फिर से देख रहे हैं।
बहुत अच्छा,
सो
बहुत अच्छा।
हम पहले भी आपका वीडियो हम सुनते थे भाई जी, फिर आपको पूरा नजदीक से देखे डायमंड हॉल में। अभी बहुत दिन के बाद, अभी तो 10-15 दिन पहले हमको मैसेज मिल गया था कि स्वामीनाथन भाई जी आ रहे हैं, तो तब से हम लोग बैठे थे कि कब आएंगे, कब सुनेंगे आपको।
बहुत अच्छा, थैंक यू
बहुत
दीदी
अच्छा
फॉर
लगा
ज्वाइनिंग।
भाई जी आपका क्लास। और जो राइम सबको पता था, उसका मीनिंग कोई नहीं समझता था अभी तक। ट्विंकल ट्विंकल लिटिल स्टार, उसको ओरिजिनली आप
यस
डिस्क्राइब
यस
किए।
यस यस यस।
थैंक्स टू सौरभ भाई also.
I'm actually from Bhilai.
Oh, is it?
भिलाई में मेरे husband were na 32 years we were there, and
अच्छा।
वहाँ से हमने by car, the whole south we had traveled, and Kerala is a beautiful place, beautiful. I think every part of the south is beautiful.
So
North
nice.
में तो जाते जाते, I belong to the north, but बहुत ही बढ़िया, आज तो आपने हमारा सैर करवा दिया। आज मैंने पहली बार आपको सुना है, अब आगे से सुनती रहूंगी। I will make sure that I'll keep listening. You have opened my eyes.
Most
Thank
welcome,
you.
Didi.
Om
Most welcome.
Shanti. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Om Shanti.
Thanks
Om
to
Shanti.
Saurabh Bhai.
Thank you so
Thanks to
much, Bhai ji. Thank you so much for such a wonderful class. And जो आपने homework दिया, I hope to continue doing it till the first. And
Yes.
thank you, Saurabh Bhai, for arranging this beautiful session. And we sincerely hope that we are able to have more of these sessions in the future. Thank you so much. Om Shanti.
Thank you. Thank you, Nita.
Saurabh bhai, at the end, if anybody would love to join this meditation course, what are they supposed to do? आप थोड़ा सा बताएंगे?
Sure. Please feel free to call us or email us for more information. I'm just putting the number and the email out in the chat. So please feel free to email us, and then we do it by appointment, the course. So we can,
Yes. Okay. Saurabh bhai, you send this number and this email ID at my mail also, because there are some people whom I have recommended to join from America. So in case they would love to do it, I will pass on this number and mail to them. Okay.
Thank you.
Chalo. So thank you, all of you. Great pleasure. Om
Thank you,
Shanti.
Saurabh bhai. Thank you, Swaminathan.
Thank you, Bhaiya. Thank you.
Yeah, we
Thank
had
you,
a few.
Bhaiji.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Om Shanti.
Om
Shanti.
Shanti.
Om
Om
Shanti.
Shanti. Om Shanti.
Thank you, Vivian ji. Thank you, the dear boy. What is his name? What is his name? Vivian ji के साथ जो बच्चे बैठे हैं?
Vivan is a rock star.
Sorry. Vivan ji. Vivan is whose name? The boy's name?
Yes, Vivan.
Thank you. Vivan, so nice to meet you. Grover sir, thank you. Thank you. आप दोनों जुड़े, आपका बहुत दिल से स्वागत और धन्यवाद. बच्चों को साथ में देखता हूँ तो मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगता है. Thank you, Grover sir.
Sessions.
So sweet, sir.
Ajay Bhai is a scientist. He's working on the vaccine for COVID.
Oh, is it? Oh, great.
Yeah, he's a
Wonderful.
scientist in North Carolina. He has moved recently. And Vivan star, he's filled with so much wisdom at a young age. And
Sir, we look forward for your help. The whole world requires your help, sir.
Yeah.
All our good wishes to you, sir.
We are working hard on that. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Sir, sure. Good luck, sir. Good luck.
yeah, we have Sister Joy also. She would like to also.
Yes.
I saw Sister Joy, yes.
Dr. Swaminathan, I'm getting there. I just, as far as being able to speak Hindi. But I want to thank you, and I want to thank Brother Saurabh, and I want to thank the entire, people of the Brahma Kumaris for bringing this message to America and to this country. It is so timely. It is exactly what we need here. And I'm just now connecting all the dots now I've been studying Brahma Kumaris for about 1.5 years, starting with, Sister Denise and Jayanti on YouTube. And then since the beginning of this year, I've been so blessed to be able to be, have an experience with Brother Saurabh and our group. I just want to thank all of you. And I'm understanding just what a worldwide vision you have, and the depth of your knowledge for understanding the human consciousness. It's mind-blowing to me, especially after hearing you today. So I want to thank you so much, and I really see how both of you complement each other, Brother Saurabh and Swaminathan. Yes, just in your own unique personality, and how each of you are reaching a different segment of the population based on that person's personality. And it's just such a blessing to be a part of that. And I have to end by saying, I had we all have an interesting experience, but at 5 years old, that God, my family, they still don't believe in God. But at 5 years old, I remember, and I've been trying to make this link. Why does this keep coming up in my head? And I think you identified it today, Dr. Swamin. Is at 5 years old, I didn't know God. I didn't know anything outside of that dark house that I was living in. But I would go out and I would look up to the stars and I would say, star, star, star so bright, I wish upon a star tonight. And I would wish that my mom and dad would get divorced. But like when I met the Brahma Kumaris, I realized like why my soul was looking up to the stars. Your message today, and twinkle, twinkle, little star. I mean, this is just so God. And I'm really starting to think that I was a Brahma Kumari and I decided to come over here and find out how things over in this country, but I found my way back home.
Oh, welcome, welcome. Thank you, Sister Joy. You really made us cheerful and joyful today. Thanks, sir. Thanks a lot for your feedback. Sister, thank you. Over to you, Saurabh Bhai.
Thank you so much, Bhaiji. Words can't express our gratitude to you for taking time out and really filling us with all godly wisdom and this feeling of fullness that we are getting. Yes. So it's just the topic, we are just actually feeling it right now.
So sweet.
Really appreciate, and thank you so much for the suggestion. Also, we'll next time have something for the kids. And we'll definitely follow on the homework and give updates to Bhaiji. We are doing. Yes.
Thank you. We'll sit in 1 minute silence.
And we'll remember the Swami. Swami ji, आपने सौरभ भाई को साई जी का नाम दे दिया उनके हेयर स्टाइल.
Oh no.
Right. Thank you.
Thank you, Bhaiji. So we'll just sit in silence for a minute.
For your life and love, thank you for your recognition of the world. flow to the ocean, fly like a bird to his eyes. We call the love of all who will miss you, but no, we are never apart.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
you,
you.
all of you.
Om Shanti.
Om
Thank you
Shanti.
so much.
Thank you. Bye.
Om Shanti. Thank
Om
you.
Shanti.
Om
Thank
Shanti.
you.
Thank
Om
you.
Shanti.
Thank you.
Om Shanti.
Shanti
Thank
Baba.
you. Thank you,
Om Shanti.
Om
you.
Shanti. Thank you, Saurabhai. Thank you,
Thank you,
Saurabhai.
Saurabhai.
Thank you.
Shanti.
Thank you.
Shanti, Om
Rajesh Ben, आपके
you.
पास टोली, you have टोली for स्वामी भाई? Can you एक टोली खिला टोली सबके लिए, सबकी जिनके भी पास है टोली लेके आए सभी भाई जी के लिए, और
अरे वाह,
हम भी ले आते हैं एक टोली, सभी ले आए टोली एक भाई जी के लिए।
ओहो, थैंक यू, थैंक यू, थैंक यू, थैंक यू, मुझे मिला स्नेह भारत टोली प्यार सहित मिल गया। थैंक यू, थैंक यू दीदी।
हमारे पास भी है।
अरे वाह दीदी, थैंक यू, थैंक यू,
बेसन लड्डू।
थैंक यू हंसा बहन जी, थैंक यू सौरभ भाई, आई गॉट इट, थैंक यू,
सबके लिए मधुबन की टोली है।
थैंक यू दीदी, थैंक यू,
ये
सबके लिए है। चलो
Thank
सबके
you.
लिए है, बहुत प्यार से स्वीकार करिएगा।
हमारा
Thank you for your beautiful time. Okay, thank you for your toli, thank you for your flowers.
हमारा
Om
बोरीवली का
Shanti.
प्रसाद।